Our movie starts with a group of young people at the beach partying, dancing, and playing strange games while being drunk and stoned. One of the rules of the party is that they collect everyone's phones and put them in a bag away from them so they can enjoy the gathering. Everyone put their phone in the bag except the person filming. Then we see a character named Gilbert bringing a large shell-like object to the party area and showing it to everyone. They're all surprised by its appearance and texture. The next day, the party was over and some of them left while others stayed on the beach, including those on a boat and those in cars on the beach. We see a girl named Kylie waking up and standing on the balcony of the house, noticing that the thing Gilbert bought yesterday is now on the beach, split in half. She is shocked when a bird approaches it and gets dragged under the sand, disappearing. Kylie realizes there's something in the sand. Everyone is surprised when their friend Marcia steps onto the sand and gets pulled under, as if someone is holding her. Their friend Vance tries to rescue her despite warnings, but when he touches the sand, his foot gets stuck and he falls face first into it, slowly being pulled under until he vanishes completely. At this point, everyone is tense and wants to call for help, but they remember their phones are out of reach. Jonah tries to move the car they are in, but the battery is dead. Then Kylie notices something like threads coming out of the sand, reacting to any object approaching but not extending beyond the sandpit. Gilbert wakes up trapped in a barrel and his friends warn him not to touch the ground or he will die. They all stay put without touching the sand, pondering their next move. They start to realize that everyone who slept on the sand last night is dead and they are the only survivors. They understand that the split barrel contained a strange creature which escaped into the sand and caused all this. They speculate that the creature doesn't control all the sand and must have safe zones. Kylie tries to lure it out by throwing food onto the sand, but it keeps reaching it until it doesn't get dragged in like before, indicating that this area is out of its reach. They realize this might be the end of the creature's range, but are unsure how to reach it as it's far away from them. Jonah tries to do something and grabs a skateboard, placing it on the ground and walking on it until he reaches the wooden table Marcia was on. Suddenly, the skateboard moves and he starts sinking into the sand, feeling the threads touching his stomach painfully. But he manages to reach the table, although his stomach is severely injured as if it's been burned. Afterwards, he searches through Marcia's bag for anything useful and finds a banana falling out of it. Quickly, he grabs it and notices that the threads are not getting anywhere near where the fire was set last night, and he jumps onto the sand near the fire and informs them that the fire is the creature's weakness. When he eats the banana, he finds that the burns on his stomach are getting worse, causing more pain and starting to bleed. Then Ronnie and Chanda start searching for the phones in the car's back and team up together. However, they couldn't. Ronnie slipped and instead of falling, the car's door closed on her hand. At that moment, they see a car approaching with a policeman inside. When they ask him for help, he thinks they are drunk and doesn't believe them. He gets out of the car and walks towards them normally on sand due to the boots he's wearing. Kylie tries to convince him to walk quickly off the sand, but he gets angry at her, and when he drops his keys, he bends over to get it off the sand. But his hand gets pulled in when he was trying to pick them up, so he uses a shotgun to keep the threads away from him. He succeeds, but his hand gets from the sand cupped off. The policeman collapses and gets dragged into the sand until it disappears. Then Kylie runs to take his shotgun without helping him. At that time, their friend Mitch suggests that the boots might help them escape or anything else won't, as long as they don't touch sand with their bare foot, and he asks the person in the car to throw him the towels they have so he can wrap them around his leg. But Mitch falls and dies in front of them while trying to reach the towels. Kylie thinks of using the boards and walks on them. She jumps onto the car to help Ronnie get her hand out of the car's trunk, but when she pulls it out, she continues to scream from the pain. After that, they make a bridge of wood to the table where Jonah is sleeping. Chanda manages to reach him, followed by Kylie. Then Ronnie tries to reach them, but she falls to the ground and the sand drags her in and she dies. At that time, Gilbert injures himself and his blood drips onto the barrel. So the threads try to reach and pull him out of the barrel. Suddenly, the creature's hands comes out and drags him out of the barrel, taking him below and killing him. Then the creature shakes the car where Chanda is standing, causing her to fall and faint on the car. At night, Chanda wakes up and finds a boat, so she uses it so that Kylie and Jonah can join her in the car. Before Kylie gets on, she finds a creature's hand preventing her. So she climbs onto the car and grabs a gasoline can to light it up, but the creature takes it from her, but it still gets some gasoline spilled on it. She gets another car and pours it all over it. Then she takes matches and lights them on the creature. They sleep in the car. The next day, someone gets closer to them to check on them, and they know for sure that the creature has disappeared because this person can move on the sand. Jonah was already dead. Chanda and Kylie are the only survivors. And that's it. If you like this recap, hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel to keep seeing content like this one. If you have any requests or thoughts, drop them below in the comment section and we will see you at the next one. Peace out!